Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Browns and the Commanders, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff of what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, all eyes on the AFC champs. A lot of folks out there in Ohio have waited a long time for this night. What a story. The Cleveland Browns, their first Super Bowl appearance ever.
It's a franchise and a fan base that's certainly been through a lot. Losing seasons, plenty of drama, a lot of failed expectations. At one point, they were winning plenty of titles in the NFL, but you have to go back to 1964 for their last one. Pre-Super Bowl era when they beat the Baltimore Colts 27-0.
Meanwhile, this is a Washington team that kind of flew under the radar this year. They weren't exactly preseason favorites to be here, far from it. But I guess it just shows you what a name change can do, I suppose. The hype and the talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be led out by the second overall pick out of BYU, now in his second season, and that's Zach Wilson.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he gets us up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And taken right on the 30. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by Marcus Mariota, former 2nd overall pick back in 2015, now in his 8th season in the league.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll get this to the 32. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Gibson. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. They'll run with Gibson. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. On the punt, 2 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. And the Browns getting set to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Play fake. Mariota. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Mariota. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mariota. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Mariota. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And he rifles one incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
Let's talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Cade York on now for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And he works works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Returnable for Grant. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And they will take over 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Play action now. Mariota. And he fires one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mariota. This is the tight end, Njoku. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Mariota. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Mariota's throw taken in by Cooper here. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mariota going to run the option right. And he'll go down at the 28. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. To throw Mariota. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Mariota. And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A good start for him in this one here in the first quarter, and he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Wilson now off the bootleg. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Play action. Now Wilson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. One quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 7-6 our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Gibson again. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Wilson. Thomas has got it, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And this Browns defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They begin this drive with Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On play action, Mariota. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Mariota on first down. And his throw is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action. Mariota. And this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Mariota. He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, what a move. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Here's Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Cleveland offense making their way out. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
4 catches already here in this Super Bowl. He's got another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Chubb running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 27, Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. 4 catches already here in this Super Bowl. He's got another first down. Now Wilson.
That one caught by the tight end Bates.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
A give to Gibson running right.
Dances by him. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. On first down, Wilson.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Back to the ground with Gibson.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Play action. It's Wilson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Again, Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Jordan Elliott drops him for a 4-yard loss there. And that brings up 4th down. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. They'll go screen here to Hunt. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. And call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
So far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
To throw again is Wilson. Looking for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half.
So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half, and they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for Washington, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. They trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mariota to throw it. And he completes it to Hunt. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return.
First possession of the second half now for Washington.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out, it's the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. To throw is Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Chase Young
able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to line up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
This is taken at about the 14. The Browns set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mariota now. And he will slide down with a good gain. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
No surprise to see him running again here as something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 49 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 46. And again, it's Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 44, Mariota. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3rd and short yardage, Mariota. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 5-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From the 38, Mariota eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. His fifth catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy and sometimes even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, right back to Hunt. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Chubb will get the call running left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen coming out to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. Mariota will look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done now.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up. And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
On second down, here's Gibson again. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. There's Wilson. And that
That's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession.
He's looking sharp here so far in the 3rd quarter, Charles.
It appears that the halftime gave him a little bounce. Came out, springing his legs, a little pep in his step. He's taking off and running really well in the 3rd quarter.
Sometimes we talk about how guys don't want halftime to come, and some guys are happy when that break gets there.
You never know which way it's going to go. He's taking advantage of it in this one, though.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Hunt on the draw play.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. The Washington offense set to take over again. The Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Wilson.
Throw right side complete to Dotson.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On first down, Wilson
Going right back to Dotson.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the fourth and final quarter. Wilson's throw complete to Dotson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. The throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. We'll get this up to about the 44.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mariota.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Grant.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. 40-yard line.
Mariota. This one caught left side by Cooper. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. 2nd and 5 now. Mariota. He'll find Smith-Marset complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Marcus Mariota, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Jahan Dotson getting set for this next drive. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. Now a throw here, hauled in. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson over the middle, open is Thomas. That one a first down pickup of 8. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now Wilson on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A give running right, Gibson. Down at the 25. 2nd and 8. They go play action with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Wilson. They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like Washington got it back, and indeed they did. It remains Commanders football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Handoff comes to Chubb. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Holding offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Here's Mariota. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw is Mariota. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And a short pickup to about the 25. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. There's Wilson to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he is going to have a Washington 1st down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Hunt will try going up the middle, and he'll be taken down at the 34.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
And the Commanders come through with a fourth down stand.
On first down, Wilson.
Gets this to Gibson.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Wilson.
Back to Gibson, and another catch for him.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. To throw is Wilson.
Finding Samuel.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Again, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. A huge play there for Washington. 57 yards. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked up by Anthony Harris.
He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And how about this? The dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.